progress today. The chap who's going to sand the balcony, he's also going to put an upstand of marble all along the edge here so the wall doesn't get wet during the rainy season. So here they are, and the last one, which is here, is to replace this broken footfall here threshold. It's not looking too good. The other thing they've done is they've filled in smoother concrete, done another layer of concrete, and they've sanded the shutters, but they haven't turned out as well as we hoped. You can see here it looks a little bit grainy, and there's bits broken there, and that one's quite ropey. Oh, and another one up there is rather ropey. But what's interesting, which we learnt from YouTube, is that these things are just one small piece that slots in and sort of holds it together. So it's not one metal thing that runs through. There's the other shutter, and Tom's just replaced our light bulb, which I think actually is probably too big for the cover to go on top. So a bit of a fail. And here you can see he's done the corner, a second coat. They've also sanded the glass panel divider partition at the end, but that hasn't turned out too well either. As you can see, it's rotten in places, and it's sort of, the glass is framed in, and the bottom piece, which is this piece, is missing to hold in the glass at the top. So what we're going to do is just putty it, and we're going to use car polish filler for the bottom. And here's the other shutter. A bit of a disappointment, but what else can we do? And you can see at the top there, they've really smoothed the edges. Come out for coffee. Table's already taken. This is obviously a female cat, because you might be able to see. I think I can get it a bit closer. The top of the ear, the left ear, has been cut off, and that's to show that she's been neutered. So they don't put on an anaesthetic again and realise she's already been neutered. Okay, so we've decamped to the cafe. This is a new one that we've tried, because we've got 4 electricians in the flat, and we've got the painter and decorator and another one coming, and we have the chap Flotty's coming later on to leave his machine to sand the terrazza. They're telling us that there's no electricity for tonight. They're going to cut off all our electricity, and we've been madly looking for somewhere to stay, Airbnb, hotel, even expensive hotel, and nothing is available. They're all fully booked. So we're a little bit stuck. So we're going to camp it out with no aircon tonight, no fridge, no nothing, because we came to the conclusion that tomorrow morning at 7:30 we're going to have to be at the flat, so what's the point? So that's it. So we're now sitting here till 12 o'clock so we can go around and book a table for tonight for supper, and then we're going to troop over to the electrical shop and see if we can buy an attachment for the Hoover so we can clean the shutters. Oh.
Doing here.
The electricians have been and gone. They didn't go till 3:30. Tom and I were literally stuck on the balcony in the hot sun. They were everywhere, yabbering. Anyway, as you can see, I've washed half the floor, Tom swept it, and that's the other half, and the whole flat is like this. They've left all their mess. The hallway, you can't see it, but that's full of dust. And in here is full of dust. And they've drilled and left wires. We don't have any lights. Here you can also see the holes in the wall for all the wires to go. And around here they dig out, and here. And then we've got this extension cable, so that no lights, but aircon. And then we go through to our lounge, sitting room, whatever you want to call it. And it is what they say, a bit of a dog's dinner. Here's our, as they call it, pilikas, the picture frame, the electrics. And the kitchen's looking pretty sorry for itself. But they've disconnected the, what do you call it, the air thing that takes from the cooker. So that's sitting there, that's ready to go. All in all, I think we are jolly fed up. And these strange things are the rocks that go on the machine to sand. They sand the terrace or the mosaic marble with rocks. I don't know how that's going to turn out, a little worried, but we'll see.